Himekawa-san, you're honestly so cute. I bet you were super popular at your old school. No, not at all. What do you usually do at home? I read books and draw, things like that. Hey, who's your favorite celebrity, Himekawa-san? Stare. Himekawa-san? What's the matter? Your eyes look scary.
My name is Uji Hoshino. I'm a second-year high school student right on the path of an otaku. This is Michiro Toda, and she's my female friend from middle school. On my days off recently, I've been binge-watching old animes from morning to night.
What the hell? You're seriously an otaku, huh?
It's called inputting.
How are your grades always in the top 10 when you're an anime otaku like that?
That's obviously because I'm a jack of all trades.
I don't think that's the right way to use jack of all trades. That usually implies that you're an athlete and smart, normally.
A new student recently transferred into our classroom. Her name was Chikage Himekawa. She was cute and known to have a good personality.
By the way, OG, Himekawa-san was staring at you again earlier.
Maybe it's strange to find out two otakus talking together.
Don't put me in the same category as you.
Well, you're probably just imagining it. There's no way a popular girl like that would even be interested in people like us.
I don't think so. Huh? Hold on a second. What do you mean by, like, us?
Michiro and I were talking about things like that, but after school the following day, it's easy to see falling rocks or moving doors with old hand-drawn animations, you know? It's properly fixed up with CG nowadays.
Is there that much of a difference between digital and hand-drawn animations?
I mean, it's true that there are still hand-drawn animation fans throughout the country.
Wait, why am I talking about anime otaku things like it's normal?
You're a proper otaku by now.
I'm not a proper otaku. I'm a normal female high school student.
I wonder what it means to be normal.
I wasn't wondering about anything philosophical like that. What if everyone thinks I'm a female otaku because of you?
That's very rude to otaku females.
What are you going to do if I end up graduating without ever getting a boyfriend?
In the animation world, every guy is handsome and won't betray you, so it's probably not a bad idea.
Stop trying to influence me like that.
It's missionary work, you know? Just like that, Michiro and I were talking like we usually do, when the transfer student, Himekawa-san, approached us.
Hoshino-kun?
Huh? Himekawa-san?
Do you have a second?
What's wrong?
I wanted to give this to you.
Huh? Wait!
I'll see you later.
After handing me an envelope, Himekawa-san dashed away.
What is that? An envelope? Don't tell me it's a love letter!
I wonder too. I don't think that's it though.
A letter from a cute transfer student? I'm so curious.
Should we open it? When I opened the envelope, there was a single photo inside.
A picture from elementary school?
I thought I recognized this guy somewhere. It's me.
Then who's that next to you?
It's Chi-chan, my childhood friend. Chi-chan is a girl I spent a lot of time with when I was a second grader. She moved to this town because of her parents' job, and by the time she became a third grader, she transferred schools again. We weren't together for that long, but it's probably still accurate to call her my childhood friend. This was a picture we took together before Chi-chan transferred schools, and we even have the same picture of my house.
Why does Himekawa-san have a picture of you when you were a child, OG?
It's probably because Himekawa-san and Chi-chan are the same person. Chikage Himekawa. Chikage. There's a possibility that she's actually Chi-chan. I never realized it because she seemed so different from back then.
Still, why did she decide to give you that picture now?
I'm not sure, but she seems to remember me.
Does that mean?
I can predict a lot of things, but I'll ask her about it in person tomorrow because I want to know the truth.
Yeah, tell me if you find out anything.
During lunch that following day, I asked Chikage Himekawa if she could talk. The fact that you had that picture means that you're Chi-chan, correct?
Yeah, Hoshino-kun. You're OG Hoshino, right?
Correct. I mean, that's just my full name.
It's not a common name, so I realized that you were Ochi-kun, right?
More importantly, I'm sorry. I remember Chi-chan, but I never would have thought that you were her, Himekawa-san.
Not at all. It's fine. We've both grown up a lot, so it's normal to not recognize me.
I'm glad you said that. Anyway, why did you give me that picture yesterday?
I wanted to confirm whether you remembered me, and also wanted to know how you felt right now, Hoshino-kun.
My feelings right now?
Do you remember what I said the day before I transferred?
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
Chi-chan, you're going to transfer schools tomorrow, huh? Are you going to be lonely? I will. I'm super sad too. But we might be able to meet again someday. Then, when we see each other again, will you marry me? Of course! Let's get married. You can't cheat on me until then, okay? Let's pinky swear then. If you break your promise, you need to swallow a puffer fish.
Just like that, the two of us promised to get married and went our separate ways.
So, that's that. I brought a pufferfish, so swallow it!
What does that mean?
You were cheating on me, weren't you, Oji-kun?
I mean, I did fall for beautiful girls in the 2D world, but I've never been in that type of relationship in the 3D world.
Then who is Michiru Toda? Is she 2D?
No, she's just my friend.
You are pretty close for just friends.
We're not like that, so don't worry. So she was jealous because Michiru and I are so close. Anyway, you remember that promise you made back then, didn't you, Himekawa-san?
Yep, it was a beautiful memory for me. I continued transferring schools after that, and I couldn't create a deep relationship with people.
That's unusual. You seem like the type of person who'd be super popular from the first day.
No one knows my true self.
Like how you actually prepared a pufferfish?
It's only a part of who I am. But I'm serious, a pufferfish is the least of your worries. I'm just kidding. Anyway, Oji-kun, I've been in love with you ever since we were young. Will you be my boyfriend?
I would be so honored to, but I can't right now.
Can I ask the reason?
That's a dream, well, a goal that I want to accomplish right now.
A goal?
I can't say exactly, but I'm super close to being able to accomplish it. I want to focus on that until I get it done.
Got it. Then I'll give up on being in a relationship right away.
Huh? She's very understanding, isn't she?
But when you accomplish that goal, will you be in a relationship?
Of course, if you're okay with someone like me. Just like that, I turned down Chi-chan, aka Chikage Himekawa's confession. But what does this mean? From the day after I turned her down, she began to be extremely clingy with me. Himekawa-san, what are you doing?
I'm making my mark.
Marking your mark? Why?
You turned me down as of now, but we'll be in a relationship in the near future. That's why I have to leave my scent on you now, or else a sneaky cat will come steal you away.
I'm pretty sure you won't have to worry about that. I'm not a very popular guy. I'm scared of everyone looking at us.
Are you and Himekawa-san dating?
No, we're not.
He confirmed that he'll date me in the future, though. Oh, I see. By the way, Oji is a serious anime otaku. Are you okay with that, Himekawa-san? Of course! Otakus are people with abilities to demonstrate high levels of expertise. Basically, people with incredible abilities to devote themselves. Oh, you're very positive. So, there will be a day when you devote yourself to me, right?
It's not now, though.
I'm already full from saying all of that. Hope you two are happy.
Michiru left us with an exasperated face. 2 hectic weeks passed by after that, and our relationship with each other was finally settling down when...
Can you tell me your goals now, Oji-kun?
I'm the type of guy who likes to work in silence. I'm not a great person who can openly share my goals and ambitions with other people. But it's a goal that I wouldn't be aiming for if it wasn't for you, Chikage.
Huh? Me?
That's the only thing I can tell you right now, but I'm super close to accomplishing it.
Got it. Promise to tell me when that happens.
She doesn't seem to remember. My goal, that entailed another promise I made with Chikage. One day, I had Chikage read a story that I wrote when I was bored. I honestly didn't have much confidence with it, but...
The story you wrote was super interesting, Oji-kun. Do you think so? Thanks. What if you become an author rather than a detective? That's a line from the real criminals in the stories say. Also, I don't think I can become Arthur. You can do it if you work hard. I don't think it's about how much effort I put in, though. I won't be able to be Arthur, but I could become an author. Really? Yeah, if I become an author and publish books, will you read it? Of course! I'm excited for that day to come then.
Thinking back now, becoming an author was a very hard task too. Chikage transferred schools soon after that, but I continued to develop my writing skills. I thought that if I became an author, Chikage would read my stories sometime, somewhere out there. When I became a middle schooler, I published a short story online for the first time. I was nervous, but I was able to continue it every day for 3 years. Still, as expected, the reality was a lot tougher. The stories I wrote up were kicked around like a soccer ball, and there was a time when I even wanted to give up. Why didn't I give up? That's because I wanted to keep the promise I made with Chikage. Even if I might not be able to see her again, I wanted to keep my word. The summer of my freshman year of high school, I finally entered my story for a Newcomers Award competition for a certain publishing company. Surprisingly, my story was selected for the grand prize. I'll be able to make my debut as a high school author soon. 8 years since I made my promise to Chikage. People might laugh and say that I was only doing it to distract myself from the loneliness. Still, after spending about half of my life on it, I was able to take one step toward my dream. I had to give up on a lot of things I've wanted to do to prioritize this, but I've finally been able to have a bit more free time. The fact that Chikage transferred to my school at this exact time is destiny. My novel is supposed to be published next month, so once it's released in bookstores, I'm gonna confess my feelings to her. The wind was blowing on my back and pushing me forward. That's what I thought, but 1 week later, I received news that Himekawa-san is going to transfer. What? Still, she'll be able to come to school today, so make sure you say your goodbyes. But...
Chikage-chan, this is so sudden. We were finally able to get close. I'm sorry, my dad's job makes him move around a lot.
The classmates who became close to Chikage were extremely sad that she was gonna transfer again. As for me, I didn't really feel like this was real. That day after school...
I'm sorry that this was all so sudden.
Really?
Huh?
Didn't you know that you were gonna transfer for a while now?
Why would you think that?
I thought that was why you suddenly tried to get close to me. I had a strange feeling about it ever since you gave me that picture. Even after I said no to your confession, it seemed like you were forcing yourself to make memories with me.
You're amazing, Oji-kun. You can see right through me, huh? I'm sorry I couldn't bring it up because I was scared. I was afraid you'd distance yourself from me.
But the timing was just bad. I mean, I didn't think that you would transfer again before I got a chance to accomplish my goal.
Since this is the end, will you tell me your goal?
It's to become an author. My novel is gonna be published next month.
Is that because of what I said back then?
Yeah, I wanted to give up a bunch of times, but I'm finally gonna be able to make my debut.
That's amazing! Congratulations on your debut!
Thank you.
What's your pen name going to be?
I'll tell you that after my novel is published.
I wish you'd tell me now.
I'm getting back to you for not telling me that you were gonna transfer. But when I see you next, Chikage, I think I'll be a real author. Wait, no! I swear that I'm gonna find you. So, let's make a promise again. Chikage, once I debut as an author, please be my girlfriend.
Of course, I'd love to.
After making a promise like that, the two of us parted ways again. Still, it wasn't like our relationship with each other ended after she moved. Chikage and I stayed in contact through phone calls and text messages. We had a lot of time to talk about our new transfer school and things that were happening in each other's lives. Unlike elementary school, we had phones and laptops that could help us stay in contact. We might be living far apart from each other, but we were able to create a deeper connection in this way. And finally, when my novel was nearing its publishing date, I was called into Tokyo. The editor in charge of my novel suggested that we have lunch together to celebrate. Apparently, the illustrator in charge of my novel is gonna come too. Her name is Bara-sensei, and she's apparently a very popular person. By the way, my pen name was Jupiri.
Bara-sensei thinks very highly of your novel, Jupiri-sensei.
Gosh, that makes me blush.
She's about to come here soon, so I'll introduce you to when she arrives.
Gosh, I'm getting kind of nervous. The girl who came was... what? Chikage?
Oji-kun? Oh, do you two know each other already?
It wasn't about whether we knew each other. Could coincidences like this happen this often?
I see, you two are classmates, huh?
Yes, well...
I was so surprised. I feel a pull from destiny. This novel might end up as a huge hit, huh?
Just like the editor said, the novel became a bestseller. Offers for making it a series, animation, etc. Everything went by extremely quickly. By the way, Chikage made her shot as an illustrator for a similar reason as me. It seems like she started illustrating because I complimented her drawing when we were in elementary school. I followed writing while she followed drawing. It seems like we were both similar people all this time. 1 year later, we graduated high school and decided not to attend college. We became an author and illustrator and began living together in an apartment in the city.
I read your novel. The comic was super interesting too.
Thanks, Michiru.
So, how's living with Chikage-chan?
It's super fun. We have a lot in common to talk about since we work in the same industry.
That's great! Gosh, I'm so jealous. Oh, by the way, can you give the phone to Chikage-chan?
Michiru asked to talk to you.
Sure.
By the way, Michiru still didn't have a boyfriend, but she was currently enjoying her life as a college student. The three of us are supposed to meet and hang out soon.
Michiru-chan said that you were destined to be together, you know.
I see. But recently, I've started to think that might not be the case.
What? What does that mean?
Luck might be really important, but you and I didn't just end up together because of that. I worked hard on writing, and you worked hard with illustrating. If we didn't each put in that work, we might not have been drawn back towards each other again.
Do the best that you can and leave the rest to God, or something like that.
Sounds about right. I think God was on our side because we both worked hard.
So it still means that we're soulmates, though?
That would be my conclusion. But we're more like people who were able to reunite through hard work. Reality was a lot more strange than a story. Of course, our situation might be rare, but the fact that Chicago and I were together again meant something. Basically, here.
Huh? Is that...
Will you marry me?
I'm so happy, but this is all so sudden.
You wanna talk? The two of us had an unbreakable bond, and we weren't gonna be at the mercy of fate anymore. We were gonna choose, grab hold of, and set a path for our destiny. And we were gonna work hard so that we could get that path we wanted. As long as we kept hold of those strong feelings, we would be able to get through absolutely everything. I want to continue living happily with Chikage from now until forever.